it's just only discipline. Sometimes it's autopilot, man. Like you wake up, you eat what you have to eat, you do what you have to do. That's it. You continue with your day. It's discipline, really. Like you just make it done, get it done with, But like when I say get it done with, it means like just eat what you have to eat, and that's it. Don't think about it. Like, of course, like you're hungry, but just drink water, just get it done, just eat it. And then, but when you get to the training, like I really enjoy my training, it's just like you switch off and then you focus on it. You really focus on the training. Yeah. And then just do it.
Hello and welcome. Today I'm here with Sam and his wife, Aom. Welcome. Welcome, both of you. Sam is my friend and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach. Aom is as well professional athlete, right? Semi-professional athlete.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she is a bikini fitness contestant, correct? Yeah. Am I saying it right?
Yeah. Bikini competitor, you could say.
Okay, bikini competitor. That's like you competing for bikini, right? Okay, cool. And that's I've never really talked with anybody into depth about that sport.
Okay.
And I just want to go basically everything about it. And then obviously, Sam, you can fill in the gaps how it is actually living with person who is doing this.
Oh man, he's been a big help.
Yeah, so we have some objectivity here as well. I mean, So let's start with very simple thing. What was your sport when you were growing up? Where you grew up and like, what was your kind of activity level?
So I was really a chubby little girl growing up. Yeah, so I don't do any sport. No, really. No, until I was turning 18. So at that time, I was like a proper chubby girl. I mean, in my opinion anyway, Sam knows how critical I can be with myself. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So let's say, how tall are you?
Right now it's 165.
165 centimeters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was your weight when you say you were like critically chubby when you were 18?
Man, I was 60, yeah.
60 kilos.
Yeah, 18 years old, 60 kilo. Yeah, I was 163, I think, at that time. And I didn't exercise or anything, so I was like...
Okay, and what is your weight right now? Now
is 64.
So, okay. This doesn't add up, okay? But okay, let's assume that now it's muscles, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And before okay, so you think you were chubby?
Yeah.
Well, that's up for a discussion. Have you seen some pictures, Sam, of her from that time?
Yeah, but not really that I could say much on whether she was chubby or not.
Okay.
We could use her right now, for example, because she's in a period where she's bulking, so she's preparing for competitions at the end of the year. So compared to what she was in November, right, for your competition. So yeah, so she sees herself at her best. Mm-hmm. So she was stage ready in November. So now...
February.
February, sorry.
Okay.
So now that she's bulking, she's spent a few months gaining weight, gaining muscle, she sees herself as like fat now.
Oh, right now?
Right now.
Okay.
So
then that puts it into perspective.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're at this point, she's having trouble with like trying to love herself for how she looks right now.
Yeah, man.
But because she's comparing herself to what she sees as her absolute best, to a time when she's meant to be gaining weight now because she's gaining muscle.
Yeah.
And then potentially when she starts cutting for her next show, she would have gained in the areas that she needed to improve on the last competition, which would then put her in a better place to move forward as an athlete.
Obviously, yeah.
For her, mentally, it's hard in the positions that she's in right now to accept the way that she looks. Even though, like, most women would love to look like that on a daily basis.
Absolutely,
I tell her this every day. Like, the way she looks is amazing. A lot of women would die to look like that on a daily basis. And she sees it.
And this is the bad part of the year, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, what she sees as the bad point, I don't see it as a bad point.
No, I can. Yeah.
Okay, you're 18, and what was the kick into like I need to do something? Like
University. I was going to university. Yeah, and of course, like you're at the age where like you're looking for opposite sex and you're dating. Well, I mean, like in Thailand anyway. When there's some other countries.
This was in Thailand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I started to like. Firstly, I started to jog. And I stopped eating carbs totally. That's like a very start. Yeah, I just want to be slim, just want to look beautiful. Yeah. And
was it working?
Yeah, it was, of course, man. Like when you cut carbs completely, it's going to work for only a certain amount of time. And then after that, like I gained a little bit back and I moved on to like home fitness. I got a couple of dumbbells and I started doing like following videos on YouTube and stuff. Yeah. Like P90X, if you heard of that.
Oh, no, but you can explain what it is.
Yeah, it's just like a 30 minute or 40 minutes, like you're gonna run out of breath so bad. It's like almost like a something. What is it called?
Which one?
Plyometric. I don't.
Plyometric.
Yeah.
Plyometric.
Yeah.
Okay, so like a lot of explosivity.
Yeah.
And okay, so this kind of YouTube program where you just smash yourself every day.
Yeah, and
high intensity.
Yeah, and
no technique.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like very slim, but I don't really know anything about gym, about like weightlifting.
So that helped you as well, yeah?
Yeah.
So you slimmed out as well.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
continue on. I graduated, and then I joined the gym for the first time after I graduated university.
And what did you graduate in?
Liberal arts. I was majoring in English. So, yeah. So I learned like how to translate, interpret from English to Thai. Like if you listen to a Thai speech from Prime Minister, for example, and then you listen and then you translate into English in the same time. That's
a
live.
What do you call it? Translator. Translator.
Simultaneous translator.
Like in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty stressful on its own, right?
Yeah, it's so difficult, especially if the speech is about, I don't know, like politics or medical terms and stuff like that.
Okay.
So difficult.
Have you ever worked in that field?
No, simultaneous, but of course, like translator. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, translator.
Okay. So you graduated and then you decided that it's a gym time, yeah?
Yeah. So I joined the gym. Yeah. And
was there any reason, or the insane intensity workouts were just not working for you?
No, I just think like I need to join the gym. Like this is not working. Like I need machines, like yeah. And I was like, I didn't have any idea about diet and stuff. Yeah, so I joined the gym, and then still like I was like self-learning about the form, YouTube and everything. Yeah, still I don't have any idea about eating. I still ate a lot of chicken in one meal. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Terrible. A lot of chicken in one meal.
Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah. So you joined the gym.
Yeah.
And well, that was for more like
22.
Let's say recreational purpose at the beginning, yeah?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, I had a full-time job then, and I didn't really want to take like personal trainer as a full-time job, because I didn't think like I was knowledgeable enough.
No, I don't mean personal trainer, but like you were training for yourself.
Yeah, like
in
a hobby.
Meaning like you were not going there with an intention to compete straight away.
No.
So that was just for fun and just to do something, yeah?
Yeah, I train legs pretty much every day.
Train legs every day. And it's like opposite of most guys, right?
Yeah. I skip that day.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So what came first? Because you are working as a flight attendant here in Dubai.
Yeah.
So what came first? that kind of fitness career or working here?
That fitness career.
Okay. Like
fitness hobby.
Fitness hobby.
Yeah.
Taking it more, you start to take it more seriously.
Yeah, before joining the airline.
Before joining. Okay. How were you able to match that training when you started to take it more seriously and we start to maybe look for first competitions? How was it working with your daily work?
Okay, so I would prep food on the evening. On the weekend for the whole week, and then I would take to work, and then after work I just go to the gym straight away from work. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, and one training session a day?
Yeah, just one a day. Yeah, and with like cardio, I think like 1 hour, something like that. So usually I spend time at the gym like 2 hours after work every day.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
And then
one day I went to see a bodybuilding competition in Bangkok, and I saw the girls on the stage, and I was like, they just look horrible, man. Like, man, oh my god.
I thought you was going to say they looked amazing.
Oh, they look horrible. They're like, oh my god, really? Like, you honestly, like you don't feel ashamed or something? Like, if it was me, like I wouldn't step up. They look horrible. And I thought to myself, I could do better. And then that's it. I started to do it.
Oh, so your judgment wasn't towards how the bikini fitness contestants
She wasn't body shaming.
Work on overall, how they look on overall. You were just like looking at those contestants there, and you said to yourself, like, "Fuck this shit! I can do way better."
Yeah, I could do better.
Also, you're basically saving the sport. Because you see a competition, it's like, nah, guys, no. This is not how it's done. I'll show you.
Oh my god! Oh, yeah.
Okay, so and that was your drive towards competing, yeah?
Yeah. So I started dieting like because I know this guy back home. He's actually like kind of my first coach. Yeah, he gave me a diet plan. But still, at that time, I didn't know like what kind of exercise you need to do in order to build. Like, because you can't just do like leg press or like quad or leg extension for your quads. Because then again, like bodybuilding, there are many federations. So the federations I'm competing in now, they have criteria. And they have their specific posing routine, and so in order for you to like compete in this federation IFBB, like you need like to build certain types of groups of muscle. Like you can't just build massive quads or stuff.
So it varies.
Yeah.
The kind of body type and your focus on particular muscles varies from what the demands are from the federation you are under.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Okay, and what does it? You said
IFBB.
IFBB. What this stands for?
Yeah, I know this question will come up. Yeah, I used to know. Now I forgot. I think it's something
like international. I would
Federation
say.
of Bodybuilding.
Federation of Bodybuilding. Maybe. That just comes to mind.
So bad, man. No, I'm sorry.
we need a Jamie, like Joe Rogan's guy. Pull it up.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's fine. No worries. Okay. No worries. Anybody who wants to know, they can Google it, and they'll do it way faster than us trying to figure it out. And maybe you can check it out, Sam.
Let me find out. You carry on.
Okay.
Yeah, you go with your story.
Yeah. So I started eating according to the diet plan that he gave me. He's back in my hometown in the south of Thailand. Yeah, and the exercise, I just kept on doing whatever. I thought that it was good, man. And then like I got down to like the shape that I thought it was good. And then the posing routine, I was just looking on like YouTube or Instagram. And then I entered my first competition in Thailand. I think it's in Bangkok, I think.
Okay, and how that went?
Man, it was long time. What did I place? Maybe, I don't know, 4th or 3rd or something. I did 3 shows before moving to Dubai. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 shows, local ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you are not too happy with that?
No, I never won anything until this last February in Singapore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there for sure.
International Fitness and Bodybuilding Federation.
International Fitness and Bodybuilding Federation, yes? That's your IFBB.
Yeah, no need to remember. Yeah,
okay. You can memorize it. All right. So you have a diet plan?
Yeah.
But training was just like smashing whatever came.
Yeah.
And what got you into an idea of, okay, maybe this is not the best way, I have to focus on different stuff?
So then I got a job. So I moved here, right? And then still I was like, I did one show back in Bangkok after I joined the airline. And this job and this sport, they're like this, the opposite way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like the first show, I was still like trying to figure out, okay, how to prep my meals, how to train around my schedule, how to get enough sleep for my growth and everything. And I think my first show after I joined the airline, I placed second or something like that. Still, I never won. And then again, another show was Amateur Olympia in Japan in November before COVID.
Okay.
So that was my first international competition, and it was an eye-opening experience because like you came from a local show, from local, and it was a different federation as well. So different posing. And then again, I was doing everything like self-learning. I didn't really know how to train properly, how to diet. Man, it was all over the place. It wasn't a good experience at all. Yeah. So I went to Japan. I booked everything. I went. It was a very like a good experience for me to be, about the exposure. And then I realized that I'm actually so shit at this.
Again.
Man, like you need.
So there was like a different kind of slap, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like you need a coach. You need a coach. Oh my God! Like I didn't really have a lot of pictures then because I saw so many other girls and they look amazing. Man. It was a different I didn't even want to be at the venue. I wanted to go home. It was horrible.
So it was the opposite when you competed in.
Oh,
you got there and you was like, oh my God, these are terrible. And then you got to Japan and like, oh no,
I'm the terrible one.
Yeah.
I'm what I was saying about before. That's where I need to get to.
Yeah, man. Oh, it was really bad, really bad.
But it's good because that's what you built.
Need, right? Yeah.
That's the experience that flipped it and that kicked you into the right direction,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Probably necessary.
It is, yeah.
Like you have it in every sport or actually absolutely everything. Like if everything is going just too smoothly,
something wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong. Like the crash is coming.
Or it's like that. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, it's too
the same
small.
Sort of thing, yeah.
You always need to find the challenge, the actual challenge. Not like, okay, I'm training, it's a little bit hard, but it actually needs to be hard.
Yeah.
And many people, like, I always think about it regarding the ice baths, because when we do ice baths, I mean, it's challenging for me to do the ice bath, but maybe because of how many times I did it, but also from the beginning, like the cold, it doesn't really bother me too much.
Come from the cold though, right? Your country's pretty cold, right? Or not?
Well, it's like a standard European. Okay. I wouldn't say it's much different than UK in this regard.
It's just you then, because I can't stand the ice bath.
It's probably just me.
I avoid the ice bath.
We will do it one day together. Like, and this is, I always think about it in this meaning, like, okay, so it's discomfort, okay? But when I go there, I don't really have a fear of, not making it or like panicking. I know that I'll need to focus on the breath, and within 40 to 60, maybe 80 seconds, I'll be fine, and then it's just chill. And then I do it just based on how much I want to smash it or or how much I can afford to go into the discomfort, because it will impact your recovery. It will impact your nervous system for following this. So if I want to train hard following day, I can't do it like too much. I already know that. But for some people, just getting in, like the level of discomfort they have to overcome is completely different to mine, you know? So can I even consider it a discomfort for me when for me it's not really that bad?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's the same, what you said, the smartest person in a room and always looking for the challenge. Like, but it needs to be a level of challenge that really sucks.
Yeah.
If it's a level of challenge that you're like, okay, this is challenging, but I'll do it. Yeah. You know, like that's not it. That's not there yet.
You got to be a bit scared to do it, right?
Yeah, you like, if you're still comfortable being uncomfortable, you're not going to learn much. Yeah, you eventually want to build that comfort around discomfort, but if at the beginning already know that okay, it's a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm okay with it, it's not challenging enough. Like it should be way harder than that, right? Like for me, it's a difference. For example, I know how I would react if the water that I'm going into in ice bath is moving, because when you're sitting there, if it's like a river or like flowing,
do you create a thermal layer, right?
Exactly. When you sit in the ice bath, you have this like super thin layer of actually a little bit hotter water around you, because you are static, right? You're in one position, so your body will create on a molecular level this thin layer that is actually preventing you from quick hypothermia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if the water is constantly moving, it's way worse. So cold shower.
You can get ice baths like this, right? That they have pumps that move the water.
Yeah, probably you could. Yeah, probably if you circulate the water through.
Yeah, I think they have ones now that you can have. This has got a pump and a fan, and it'll keep the water moving.
Okay.
So like what you got, but with moving water.
Yeah, we just put water in, throw ice, and then us. That's it. So, but you can still like do movement.
Yeah.
And you'll feel it completely different. Okay. Anyway. You back to you don't like ice bath?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you guys, you have to come someday for sure.
You won't get her in it.
We'll see.
She has the shower so hot that I can't stand under it.
That's a classic problem. Like you actually think she wants to boil you. Yeah.
I don't know how she stands under it.
Are you? But you're not used to cold like at all, yeah?
No.
Thailand's too hot for that, yeah?
No, I just don't like cold. I just like that, no.
I'm with you. I don't like cold.
Well, you live in the right country for that.
Yes.
Okay, back to your story. You found out that you need to step up the game.
Yeah.
So what did you do?
Yeah, so then the COVID came, and then I didn't want to risk getting stuck outstation, because if you fly outstation to compete, it was So I waited, and then one day I was like scrolling on Insta, and then I found this girl, and she posted like who her coach is on her page, and I clicked on that, and then I saw that his name is Noah Walsh. So he has a lot of athletes under him, and then I just texted him on Insta and also emailed him that I'm interested. Yeah. So and I have been with him for a year.
Yeah, nearly a year now.
Nearly
a year, yeah, man. The only regret is that I didn't get with him before. Like, I waited for so long. Yeah, it was.
Where is he based?
He's traveling around, but he lived in Dubai for like some months before. Now he's back to Hong Kong.
Dubai.
Okay.
British guy as well, right?
Yeah, he's from the UK. Yeah.
Oh, from UK.
Yeah, he actually knows like Neto and a few people like that back home. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's crazy, right? How it's all connected.
Yeah, it's mad. But we'll let her carry on.
Yeah. And then, so he gave me the diet plan and then the training. So like what I think is very important is training. Like you need to know what exercises that you need to train to look a certain way. Yeah. So it's been like, it's been a very like amazing experience taking on a coach.
Cool.
Very good.
And before we get into how your nutrition and training looks like, without uncovering any secrets, right? Where the biggest secret is that you actually put the work in. Tell me about the last competition, because you guys, was it Singapore?
Yeah, Singapore.
That was Singapore, right?
February.
So how that went?
So so first competition that I won. So I entered novice class B. So bikini, they what's the word?
Classification.
The
divisions.
Yeah, by height.
Oh, really?
By height.
Okay.
Yeah, so my division is 165 and below. So it's class B. Class A would be shorter than that. It's like 160 and below or something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah.
But this is the first time I hear this. That they actually classified based on height.
Okay.
Yeah, because the criteria is basically like you cannot have like a very cupped shoulders. Okay. For bikinis, you cannot have like square glutes. Like you cannot like there's certain criteria on it. I can send it to you. Maybe you can put it on. So like you need to look feminine. You need to look like soft enough, but like you cannot look harsh or dry like that. Yeah.
So muscular, but you still retain that feminine look, the feminine body.
Like muscular, but not masculine.
Yes, exactly that. Yes.
Oh,
But then obviously, like she said, they have then specialized criteria for that specific category that she's competing under.
So basically, like somebody just written down, like, okay, so if there are two big shoulders, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Scratch it. Not glutes, only this angle.
Yeah.
Not too much square.
Something like that. Like
that's interesting.
Yeah, so everybody, like all of us is different, right? So like once we diet down, we like get stage ready. Like I'm not gonna look like people. How can I say like genetically they're gonna look different. Mm-hmm. Like what's the word? Ectomorph or what is that for men? Like
like body type.
Yeah, body type.
So you have like a different predisposition to look certain way.
Yeah, so
you're not going to manipulate that too much.
Yeah, so you need to look like your body composition needs to be, what is the word for balance? Like you cannot be too wide. Yeah, in proportion. You cannot be too wide here or for bikini. Yeah. So what was I saying?
That you won.
Yeah.
So it needs to be proportion.
Yeah. And other stuff like posing is very important as well. Like it's one of the criteria. You need to get your posing very, what's the word? Like flowing, or your posing.
Posing. When we go into this, because I know what it means, but I don't know how it's actually happening. So it's a kind of a set of poses that you go through to show the musculature that you build and whatever ripness or however we call it, right?
Yeah.
So, and you're saying that it needs to be more like flowing, so you're not like cramping into it.
Yeah, you need to look like relaxed, natural, and you need to look like also like you need to learn. Like I took on my posing coach, Adri. She's my nose wife. Yeah. So like you need to, let's say for example that your legs a little bit too big or something like that. So when you need to pose, you need to hide that. You need to make it look smaller. Do you know? You need to show, like you need to pose, to learn how to pose, to show your package.
emphasize.
Yeah, so let's say if you have a little bit bigger traps, yeah, you can like, of course, like the hair will cover. So there is this front back post that you're like, you put your hair to show your back or something like, and then you flip it, and then it wouldn't be good for me because my trap's a little bit big.
Okay.
You got what I mean?
So even the posing itself and how you present your figure, or whatever we call it, your package. Your package, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds interesting. So how you present your package, the presentation on itself can win or lose, or let's say influence the result.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because you can hide some details that might not be ideal, or emphasize something else just because of the lighting and oil and everything.
Yeah. And tanning is also very important because on the stage it's very bright, so you need to get tan, like maybe double coat on everything. On the base coat you get it double, and then the day after.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at the term coating because it's like on a car, double coating, the silver metalized.
It's the same with this. Yeah.
So you do. So it's called coating.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
So you need like double to make you look dark enough, because when you get on stage, the light is gonna be on you, and it's not gonna look nice. It's gonna look more like yellow because I'm Asian. That's one. Yeah. So that, and also like makeup, hair. Also very important. That's also like will
there's
influence.
So much.
Yeah,
so many
the criteria is
components.
not just the physique. There's a whole package that goes into it that they have to bring. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not just like, okay, I trained hard.
Yeah. And she could look amazing, and if she goes out, falls over while she's doing a routine, it could like cost her the winning because she messed up, or like she said, if she doesn't pose correctly, even though that she looks the best there, if she doesn't pose correctly or she doesn't do something within the whole package right, it could, because sometimes it could be so tight right between how good the girls look that the smallest detail can.
So like everything has its points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's it's very complex. I never thought that it's
I
this
learned
detailed.
all this as well. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like so many components that go into it.
Yeah, and without a coach, you can't. You can't, man. My God.
And if you think like, now we know Noel and the level that he works at, how good he is, and you could have been competing against somebody that's got somebody like that, and you're doing it all off of you. It's like teaching yourself jiu-jitsu and then going trying to win the world.
Yeah, when somebody's coached by a 20-year-old black belt.
Exactly,
Yeah.
And Noel is very, very good. Highly recommend him to anyone that's looking for a bodybuilding coach. Male,
and he's doing males as
male
well.
and female.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his Instagram?
Activation Fitness.
Activation Fitness.
I'll tag him.
Yeah,
I'll find him and I'll tag him in this as well.
Yeah.
How I don't know if you know much about it, but is it at least a little bit less complicated for guys? Because like, okay, no makeup, hair probably doesn't matter as much, right?
Man, I don't know about this, but the tanning definitely matters. Yeah.
I only know from what I've learned from Aom.
No, it's just a thought that if he's doing also males and females, like what would be these?
I think from his point of view as well, like the complications of like hormones and all
drugs.
this stuff. Like if there's drug use involved, some people use, some people don't. But then like the women's body's a little bit more complicated than ours, right?
Also the menstrual cycle for sure.
So that's it. So they have to take all this into account with like their diet, their prepping. And then he has like Muslim guys, right?
Yeah.
So then when Ramadan comes around, these guys are trying to fast and also be doing their prep or their cutting or whatever stage they're at that time. So he's very, very good at what he does. And then the way that he treats his clients, the feedback that he gives, like the stuff that I've seen from him, like the emails, He's so good.
Are you on a day-to-day communication with him, or on a weekly basis, or how does it work?
I do a weekly check-in, but I can email him anytime. Yeah.
Okay. So it's like you're pretty much on your track, but anytime you need something, it's always there.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he works with people all over the world.
Yeah, I mean, at this level, when you're saying how, these
he has, I think, 3 Olympians under him.
Oh, wow.
Bikini. Yeah.
Ladies, yeah?
Yeah, ladies. That I know of. I don't know, like, but for men, definitely. There's a lot, man, that won shows. Yeah.
Nice. That's solid.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you say that just because it was a big difference, right? Winning and not winning, and winning this big competition in Singapore, big hype, probably like, the vibe was there.
Amazing.
Yeah, you were there as well, right? So before, you were not on such a big competition, right? I'm saying it correct, yeah?
Correct.
Okay, so therefore, so basically, you get a coach who will take care of your training. He took care of your nutrition. He took care of teaching you how to pose, or he got you somebody to deal with that. Support as much as you need.
Yeah.
And you go to the biggest competition you had so far.
Yeah.
You crash it and win.
Yeah.
Nice.
That
says a lot.
Three or four. The 3 or 4 categories that you was in, you won 3 out of 4, right?
Yeah, because so novice, right? Novice means like people who enter this never won their category.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then there is open. So open bikini A, according to her, B, C, whatever. And so I entered novice, and then I entered open class B. I think was that B or C, man?
It's fine. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So
Some class.
So I won the novice. I don't want to, because only how many?
You won. You had to beat the girls that were there. So
I don't know how many, but yeah.
So you didn't win just one.
Yeah. So I won novice, and then I won the open.
So out of the chance of winning 4 golds, she won 3, and then she lost. She got silver. So there was just 2 girls left.
Oh wow!
And that
it's called what is overall. So there will be class A, B, C.
Okay, and then
the winner.
It's like an open.
So all the winners
category.
from them categories will then be judged
all together.
So
overall.
Everyone gets judged in the divisions, and then she gets to a point where the winners then all get judged. Okay,
and then that's like the winners of already. Basically the best of their category going to contest against each other.
And she just lost out in the final of that.
Yeah. So the girl that won
was one of her coaches' athletes.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're like teammates kind of thing, but it's like an individual sport, but still.
Yeah.
They're under
so when I'm on stage, and I'm like posing, so my coach be like, do like this, like push out your glutes more, show out your glutes more or something like that. But when we were competing in the overall, so there would be Gina, the girl who won, Gina, me, and other 2, my coach was like,
he's on his phone.
Didn't care,
Well, it's just he doesn't want to give either one.
Yeah, of course,
yeah. But it was
just let the judges do their job.
Is there, like, I did good job, but I don't want to do that good of a job.
Was good.
Nice. How competitive it is? When not necessarily only this competition, but the overall field. Like how? Let's say you go to I don't want to say average competition, but like.
Do you mean like what?
The whole field.
Like for her to be able to compete at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would it take for you to be an Olympian?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like any sport, man.
Yeah.
There's elite, like, there's levels. The guys
like
and girls
locals
that are
better.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
Regional.
Right. So what you're looking to try go pro qualify right at the end of this year?
Right now, yeah. So right now you need to enter like the show that I did is called regional. regional shows. So if you go to FBB calendar, you search on Google, and then you will find like countries, dates, and the name of the shows and stuff. And then it will say as well, like this one is a regional, this one is pro qualifier, this one is amateur Olympia, stuff like that. So I did regional in Singapore. Next one now I'm aiming to do in November in India. So it's pro qualifier, this one. So it's amateur Olympia. So basically it's a bigger show. It's but it's also like more pro cards. But I'm not really.
What's the difference between a pro qualifier and the amateur Olympia? Is it just different naming or?
Yeah, I think it's again, Sam.
This is your sport.
You got to Google that, Sam.
Oh my God, no would be like. Oh my God, no would be so disappointed.
So yes,
I don't really care about pro card, bro. I love competing. Yeah.
That's fine.
But we're talking like to answer his question, we're talking what it takes to get from where you are to be able to one, compete at Olympia, and two, how competitive it is to get to Olympia. Like, so you'd have to win a pro qualifier, then you'd have to. So
you will get a pro card then. And once you get a pro card, if you want to compete, you need to pay every year. It's like a yearly like ticket for you to compete. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't compete in certain competitions without a pro card.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like a approval that you are good enough to
step up a level.
Step up there.
And then you win them, and then you can start getting yourself to the Olympia level.
Once you get a pro card.
Okay, so this, then pro, and then Olympia level. Okay.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
so it's massive. Yeah.
Man, I mean,
do you personally aspire to go that far, or you just do it for the love of the sport, and if you'll win something, you'll win something?
yeah, but I would say that. Sorry, I would. Yeah, I do it because I love the sport. I love competing. I love in glittering bikini, in a tan. I love that. Yeah, I love being on stage. Yeah, I love being on stage, and if I wanna get a pro card, that's a bonus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't really, because I know what it takes, man, to be in that level and this job.
Yeah, this is next thing I want to go to. It's tough on its own.
Yeah.
To make yourself train, make yourself follow the food and all that. Mm-hmm. On top of it, you fly all over the world. Yeah. You have probably the most terrible possible sleep regime that can be, because you crossing time zones. You get adapted to sometimes in couple of days, but not really get adapted. But then you already going back, and then you land, and then you go to another country, like
a different time zone.
Yeah,
again.
like some people have problem to function, just to go to the gym and do their normal basic, nothing super peculiar focused workout.
Yeah.
So how are you managing to follow the food? How does it look for you, like an average week when you're flying?
Okay.
With the trainings as well, like do you prefer to train right after landing, before, or before you go, or what is the whole scheme of this?
Right. So I plan my workout every week. So in a week I would train 3 days and then rest, and then train 2 days and then rest again. So in these 7 days here, if in a week I have a flight, I will plan my training for my rest day to fall on the day that I definitely cannot make it. For example, the very early departure. So on that day, it will be my rest day. I will not train because I know after I land, I'm going to be dead. I need to sleep. Like in some night, I get 4 hours sleep before getting up for work. I can't. I need to sleep because you grow when you sleep. You repair when you sleep. Yeah. And so my rest would be on those days that I fly, basically. Yeah. And then I will try to do legs, in Dubai if it's possible. But then sometimes
that's so specific, right? Like no, like anything, but legs needs to be done in Dubai.
It's because like a leg workout's longer and a lot hard. I'd say it harder than
harder.
Because you need longer recovery. That's why.
And no,
or the workout itself is longer.
The workout.
The workout is longer, and it needs machines, proper machines to hit.
You might want to explain that when you land. A lot of the time, unless you go out to a gym, you train at the hotel gyms.
Yeah, hotel gyms.
Not enough, yeah?
Yeah, so sometimes she'll have to go out into the city where she's staying and train. But if she can, like she was saying, she'll try to get shoulders or something simple that she can use dumbbells or so she can do it in the hotel. So then we go to the gym together here and they got all the equipment she needs there.
Yeah, so that's training wise. So I try to do legs in Dubai at base. So if I can't, because some weeks, but like when you get back to back, without this man, I don't know how I could do this sport. It's really, I'm gonna tell you, bro, like you land, let's say for example, in the morning, you go to sleep like about 8 or 9 a.m. and you wake up in the afternoon, like 2 p.m. I can't sleep the whole day. I don't know how some people can. Then you wake up a zombie. And that day you have to do back, for example. Like you do back and then like, let's say if you have a back-to-back, tomorrow you might have to do another turnaround. Tomorrow midday. So after you wake up at 2 p.m., you need to fit 5 meals on that. You need to train backs, which is like 1.5 hours. You need to do 45 minutes cardio. And that by the time you finish 45 minutes cardio and 1.5 hour back, your steps most probably be about like 6,000 or 7,000 steps. And when I prep, I need to do 10,000 steps. And then you need to do...
On top of the training.
Yeah, on top of that, I need to do like... If I jog, maybe I can get like 15 minutes jog before I go to sleep. So I need to fit all of that from 2 p.m. I need to fit on that. And then I need to prep for the food for the flight next day, which comes to this. So he will be doing, prepping my meals, putting them in a box.
So cooking a lot, huh?
No, I cooked.
Yeah, well, we pretty much like for all of our meals, everything's already cooked up. So she cook a large amount of chicken, beef or whatever we got.
So you like package it,
then we just weigh it out, pack it up. Then maybe like she has a rest day, so she has omelette, cream of rice, all the bits that she needs. And we get prepared a protein shake, and we have that all frozen. And then when she's ready to fly, we just pack it up and then she takes it. But she gives me credit for helping a lot, but she does most of the hard work.
No, man, this is very important.
Yeah.
Eating.
Let's agree that you work great as a team.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think.
So, going to the nutrition a little bit more specifically.
Yeah, so
obviously, it's different from when you're bulking, right? Like right now or before the competition, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, before we go there, does training change much as well, or training is pretty much similar regardless?
It's the same. Training is the same, really. Just recently, we just switched up some exercises to build my upper glutes more. That's it. Because I have about 8 weeks for growing phase, and before I start cutting again for November. Yeah. So training.
What would be the time cycle of how long are you doing bulking? How long are you doing cutting?
So cutting, like now, I would do 16 weeks to be comfortable. 16 weeks.
Comfortable. 4 months.
Yeah, 4 months.
Uncomfortable.
No, comfortable. I mean, like I have time.
Okay,
I don't need to rush.
There's not too much pressure.
Yeah, like to just... like the rise is from here right now, and then you reduce to here. It will be now. Yeah.
Okay, and bulking?
So, do you mean nutrition wise or
no? How long is your bulking cycle usually?
No, it doesn't really because we finished the competition in February, so I know I want to build, because before that I had been dieting for 7 months. We didn't mention this, bro. 7 months, bro. 7 months.
Yeah, bro.
But why?
because she was going to compete November, so she started her cut, and then it turned out that she couldn't compete in November, so the next one was February, right?
Yeah, the next one.
So it just extended.
Yeah.
But you couldn't come out of like the prep she was doing because it was just didn't make sense.
So instead of 4 months,
she carried it on. So, man. And then if you think like, I don't know if you've done weight cuts before. I have.
I do unintentional ones because I like, for me, losing weight, not a problem.
Yeah,
I just don't have second dinner. And
Oh my God.
yeah, really, really. Next week is the
competition.
competition, and
I'll be competing.
everybody's like, oh, "Are you cutting?" I was like, "No, I'm walking at 85. I will not have dinner before, and I'm good." You know, like I know that this will work. I got sick. Now this is off topic. I got something with my stomach, and I couldn't eat. Like anything I ate, it felt like a fireball for 6 hours in my stomach, moving around. I couldn't figure out what it is. I went to doctors after a week because I was like, it's fine. I will fast. It will be fine. You know, well, it wasn't. So it wasn't getting better. After a week, I went to a doctor's and they're like, no, you're perfectly healthy. I was like, thank you very much. You know, I'm perfectly healthy. But
there's something
I
wrong.
lost 8 kilos.
Wow.
In 10 days.
Wow.
You know, so.
And what happened?
After I just started to like eat slowly what I could, because literally I was like, okay, I will have a piece of scrambled eggs. Timea made scrambled eggs. I had a piece of it. I waited 2-3 hours if it triggers me. If not, okay, this is what I can do. And I just restarted very, very slowly. I still don't know what happened.
Wow.
Oh, man.
But I was like, this is how easy, let's say, I can lose.
Yeah.
But for me to gain, different story.
Yeah, so like for her as well, obviously mentally, it became a whole lot tougher for her from November through to February because mentally she was aiming for November. So once it got to November and she wasn't competing.
You need to mention that after we found out that I'm not eligible to compete in that, I was still doing, but I didn't know when because the calendar for the next year will be the end of December.
So you were preparing and you didn't know what for.
Yeah,
Exactly,
you don't know when, man. It was
when.
And why couldn't you compete in November? What happened?
It was like you need to be nationally nominated or something like that, and the criteria didn't come out until late.
Yeah, the competition she wanted to do had some,
so it's just like
some
a
criteria
bureaucracy.
to it. It's just like what you have to be able to compete at that competition, just that specific one.
Yeah,
and she
and
didn't fall
know.
into that. So
yeah,
it just turned out that late into the prep she found out that she couldn't do it. It's just one of those things, but it was super tough for her, especially with her job. So she's so far into her prep, like really, really depleted, flying, not sleeping, and then not knowing where's this ending?
Yeah.
Like,
When is it gonna end?
Am I going to do a prep for another 4 months? Is it going to be 2 months? Is it going to be the first week in January?
Jesus.
So then when January come and she actually got the confirmation, right, we're going to do.
Oh my God.
We're going to do February.
You were like, nah, 5 done. I can do 2 more.
No, man, it became like she'd tell you herself. It became very difficult towards the end. But I'm pretty sure that no matter how prepared she is mentally, it's the same for myself when I do weight cuts with jiu-jitsu. That last push, it's brutal. And then with her job added on top, makes it. Even her coach, he says like he has to fly a lot to go to shows and he won't be able to sleep properly, and then he's running around at shows like looking after his athletes, etc. He's like, I don't know how you do that as a job. And like training.
He's doing it like occasionally.
Yeah. So he's doing it like he's still running around, but he's not prepping for a show. He's not doing what it takes to enter the shows. He's obviously there to coach his athletes, but he says massive respect to her for being able to do what she does. It's very, very inspiring. Like she doesn't like to admit too much, but man, it's inspiring to see.
Thank you.
Okay, so for me to just clarify it before we go to the diet, basically you have a date of a competition. You know that, let's say you said December now?
Yeah, no, November.
November, yeah.
November.
So it's November. and you know that you need 16 weeks before that to cut.
Yeah.
Anything before that, it's bulking.
No, what was it that he said? It's what's the word for like to stay
Maintaining.
Yeah, maintaining. What's that? Because we were gonna build for a period of time, and then just before we start cutting, we're gonna maintain or something like that. I'm not sure what's the word he used again.
I can't remember now.
Yeah, and then we will start cutting.
Okay, so but you basically always backtrack it from the competition you're aiming to be at.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how you calculate your schedule of like, okay, so 16 weeks of this, then a couple of weeks here, and before that it's just smashing it.
Yeah, and then obviously
reverse.
Reverse dieting as well.
Yeah, we need to reverse after we
okay. So like
all this stuff is like our coach is so on point with all this. Like everything's like, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna.
So
do.
Reverse dieting, just to explain, that's what you do after competition to come back to, let's say,
like
a normal.
Healthily. Yeah.
Because you can just like jump back into.
What the mistake that we all do. I've done it so many times. You go from like 58 kg to 64 in a couple of days.
In 2 days.
Because you just eat everything in sight. But
Burger City.
Yeah, it's not a healthy way to do it.
Man.
Mm-hmm. I mean, overall, cutting weight
it's not
multiple times a year. We could really debate how much.
Yeah, it's not
how much weight and because overall your body, probably except of mine, you always want to pack as much on you as possible, right? Because that's like our natural preservation mechanism, that people who save the stores for the worst times, air quotes. Yeah. So that's pretty natural thing, and multiple times, and especially extending it a couple of times. You didn't have any health issues there?
Health issues.
Like,
we had a couple,
falling sick or because of the lowered immune system or something.
We don't know if it was related to it's just it happened in that time. You had the vertigo during that time.
No,
but I don't think it was associated to the diet or the condition of her being.
No.
A couple of little injuries and stuff, but
you got sick because you fly too much. That's it. You don't get enough sleep.
Yeah,
and you got sick. That's it. Yeah.
And then also like you're depleted, training, like not sleeping properly. It's a recipe for sickness, right?
Yeah. It is everything. Sleep deprivation, lack of food, and still pushing hard in the gym. That's a triple combo for basically crashing your immune system.
It's pretty good though, right? There was a couple of little times when you were sick a little bit.
Yes,
but again, our coach is so good. He's rest, recover your body, and then we go again. And don't man up, train through it. Like if you feel like you can go, drop the weight a little bit, train a bit, do what you can, rest, eat properly, sleep properly, recover, and then we push again. Like he's very on point with everything.
Do you have any, let's say, for immunity or for any other purpose, some supplements that you take?
Just L-glutamine in the morning on empty stomach, just for gut health, and some vitamins. Basic ones: D and K, ashwagandha, curcumin.
So basically nothing.
Debo, basic stuff.
Okay. But so vitamin D, vitamin K.
Vitamin C, C1000. What else? Ashwagandha, that's for stress, and curcumin and DIM. Yeah,
curcumin. I think it's super, super good anti-inflammatory.
This another one is the DIIM. Is I don't know what it stands for, but it's good for like hormones and immune system, and to regulate your hormones.
Okay.
Because you work this job and you don't get normal sleep, and so of course your hormone will be affected. Yeah, and What else? Iron.
Iron. How do you pronounce? Iron. Is it just us Brits then?
Yeah, well, it's your language, so we can't correct you. You know,
it's iron. But
when I came here,
she says iron.
Yeah.
But you say iron as well.
I don't know, like.
But we say aluminium. Some people say aluminum.
Aluminum. Okay. I am trying to avoid this word. So, like I came to Dubai, and like for me, I spoke English before.
Yeah.
But usually with people who are not native speakers. Like in Denmark, when I was at school there, we spoke English, but it's their second language as well as mine. So nobody is like that picky, right? And then I was coaching with one guy from Manchester, one guy from Liverpool, and one I don't know where she is from. She might be Scottish.
Wow, yeah.
And I was like...
Don't call her English, will you?
Yeah, I was like... I was on a call with my brother, and I was like, hey, like, this is not the English they taught us at school. You know? And he's like, yeah, but do you realize that it's their language? So probably it's not their fault, you know? So
we have like a lot of like banter with words. Like she pronounces things certain ways, and then because of our dialect where I'm from, like we don't pronounce certain letters, and she's forever laughing at me because I say something like donut. Like shit, forever just making fun of
donut.
you know that Timea, she really has a hard time understanding you.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Also,
when I came to Dubai, all the Brazilians couldn't understand me. Like I actually, at one point when I first came to Dubai, I was watching videos on YouTube how to pronounce your English better. So I was an English person learning how to speak English better. And then sometimes when I call my mum, with the Zoom call, I'll be speaking to my mum. She's like, "Why are you talking like that?" Like what? She's like, "You've changed. Why do you speak like that? Speak how you normally speak." I'm like, "Mum, what? I don't know what you mean."
Yeah, many times also when you were coaching Timea before and you were saying something and she was like, I was just smiling and nodding, but I had no idea.
Yeah, this is what I try to explain to the students. So, but anytime there's something that's not clear, my English is too bad or I speak too fast, just tell me. I'm not going to get offended.
People who want to understand each other will always understand each other, even different languages. So,
but when you're trying to explain smaller details,
if it's very specific and like detailed,
they need to let me know that they don't understand.
Yes.
Otherwise, they're going to go waste their time in class practicing like I don't know what I'm doing.
Some nonsense. Yeah. And you look here, there's like, are they stupid or did I just say no?
Me? Never.
Cool. So we covered the aluminium and iron. You're taking
syringe.
Syringe. That's how I say it. Yeah.
Oh, that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Syringe. Is that also part of your routine? Yeah. Syringes.
No, I don't.
She's actually good. She doesn't.
No, I'm kidding. Like,
no.
It was a joke. I know she's not taking any drugs. Yeah.
You know?
No, because some people think that I do, that I did.
Really?
I even get that. Look at me. Do I look like I take steroids? I even keep.
You perform like you take steroids.
I actually like whenever we're like prepping for comp and OMS. I start training at the gym with OM. A lot of people messaging me. What are you taking?
You know, social media are pretty tricky at this because just imagine that like I look at your picture on social media. I've never seen you. And I just see your picture, how you in a good lighting, flexing, exactly. In a gym. And I don't know that you are shorter guy. And if I will look at you, I was like, what a fucking monster. And I will assume that you're 180 centimeters. And I'll be like, oh shit, just because of that perception. Yeah. Like this is what many people used to be super shocked when they looked at the elite CrossFitters. And they're like, oh my God, what a beast, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah, he's 165. And it's like, oh, you know, like it changes perspective as well, because the height and the length of the limbs, according to your height, it will change the perception. So if somebody thinks of picture of you that you are 185 centimeters, I would assume that like they can easily think that you're juicing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like.
But really, I'm a midget.
Really, you're just fierce mosquito. Yeah.
Just diet and consistent training.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain physical attributes. I don't know if you've seen now this taking the topic a little bit. I mean, it's related, right? You've seen the picture because now there was a big fuzz about Gordon Ryan.
Yeah,
like before and after, and here he's
on his deathbed.
260, 260 pounds, and now here he's 195 pounds or something, which even I think the 260 was a little bit exaggerated because he probably
I don't think he was ever that
big. I think he wasn't. Maybe like 245.
230, 240 maybe.
Yeah. And so that was the like, oh my God, like look at what it did to him, and but he has some pretty big stomach problems.
Yeah.
And if you can't eat for 2 weeks, nothing, and obviously you don't feel like training, and you're just, nodding off all the time because you're just tired, maybe even dehydrated because of that condition, or you are taking some antibiotics or whatever it is, and it will mess up your gut. Of course, it will look different, And also the other aspect is the lighting, the flexing. Like if you will have a heavy workout and like massive pump, and then you get under a good lighting and take a picture that time.
Look amazing.
Yeah. Just wait half an hour, get to the shower, eat some carbs. They all look very different.
Yeah.
Just after, many times you can see. I've seen on a YouTube like one guy is like debunking the myths and before and after, and the after is always taken before. You know what I mean? Like the after picture. They do exactly this, like shred themselves, do insane pumps, some isometric, even with the blood restriction training. When you like tighten the rubber band, just so it gives you that feel and pump. And they take picture there, and then they let themselves go over weekend and eat whatever, water retention, all the vegetable oils and salt, and they just take all the bad shit, processed food, and then they take picture that is supposedly before.
Oh, okay.
And then they reverse it, and they will say like, oh, my training plan, but they never really looked like that. They only do it for the purpose of that.
A couple of days
of
after
that marketing. Yeah. So I mean, I don't have to tell you how
tricks of the trade.
Yeah. Okay, so your meal plan, let's say right now, you said you're bulking right now. So what does it look like? Or what you aiming for? You don't have to necessarily go like, you can also go into calories and stuff, but mainly what type of food, how many times a day, and how it looks like.
Right. So after we slowly increasing the calories, rice and stuff, now I'm sitting at 2,000 calories a day. So I have 5 meals every day. So the day that I don't train, the rest day I will eat a little bit less. So normally I have chicken breast, I have rice, kimchi with every meal, almost every meal. Sorry.
Any reason for that?
For the what is it? Prebiotic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's fermented.
Yeah, natural. Yeah, to help with the digestion, and beef, avocado, cream of rice. Yeah, cream of rice with sunflower seeds and some berries, and then after training I have Cocoa Pops. Cocoa Pops with
what is it?
Slash cereal.
Rice base.
Rice based cereal.
Oh, okay. Cereal. Okay.
Yeah,
Like
rice base.
protein powder. But she does it the poor way.
I have it with water.
Oh, okay.
Can't have cereal.
So you don't have it with milk?
Oh, yeah, because it's calories.
But I'm actually honestly surprised that you said only 2,000.
Oh, really? Oh, man. Why is that?
I don't know. I would expect like bulking is bulking, right? Like,
Well, I suppose it's going to be different for every person, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I just you said 165.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, it's not like tall, but it's not short either. And I would, that's interesting. I would say because for me, I know it's very different, but for me, 2,000 is like basic maintenance, basically. You know, so that difference is significant there.
Yeah. So 2,000. Man, it's still difficult because sometimes, like I said, like after you land and you wake up in the afternoon and you have 2,000 calories, you have to fit, and it's a lot. And I can't really eat so much before training. It's the same, you know. So after training, I have to feed maybe it's 4 meals sometimes.
And
it's
is this
difficult.
Calories with regard of, let's say, what is your protein intake? You're probably tracking that, right?
Yeah, about 160 grams.
160. Okay, so 160, that means times 4. So 4...
640.
So let's say 640. 640 calories is just from the protein. Yeah? Okay, so basically that's what, 35% is protein? Calorie intake.
Okay. Yeah.
Then does the other stuff matters? Like, are you also hitting some certain carb goal?
Yeah. My carbs
It's
is
all weighted.
Everything,
yeah. Carbs 200 grams and fat is about 54, 55. Yeah.
Okay. Is the amount of carbs now that, let's say, on a higher end for the purpose that then you have a lot to cut from when you're going to cutting?
Yeah.
So you have a lot to deduct from.
Yeah. I think because now, like when I was prepping, I had only 80 grams of chicken a meal. 80 grams. That's like.
And every meal is the same?
2 meals the same. Yeah. So 2 chicken and rice, and then a beef with avocado. These 3 meals have avocados.
Okay.
And then cream of rice and cereals.
Okay.
She has some veg with them as well. She has like some lettuce, bok choy, spinach and stuff. So
Yeah.
she has added veg to them meals.
Yeah.
And I know that that's also very tough with the schedule, but if you would imagine a perfect week, where you're not flying.
Like this week.
You had this week.
It's been nice.
So would you like try to hit specifically like carbs right before training and then the protein later, or you would like manipulate this, or you don't care about that?
No, I mean like in a day I have everything to eat in a day. So I eat everything I have to eat in a day. But it's easier for
But what is when doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I prefer especially the rice cereals to be after training.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the rest is like you gotta eat what you gotta eat in a day. Yeah.
And if you can choose in a perfect week like this one, do you train in the morning or in the evening? Or what would be the time you go to train?
Afternoon.
Afternoon?
Yeah, afternoon.
So already after 2 meals at least?
Yeah.
You normally get up, do your cardio first, right?
Yeah.
And she'll have her cream of rice after cardio.
So if you can, do you split the session into cardio first, and maybe some meal, and then the actual bodybuilding
weight training
session?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then some meals and then cardio before bed.
Or cardio again?
Yeah, if I'm prepping to get my steps to 10,000.
All right.
At the moment, you're not having to do that though, right?
Okay.
So just
so that's later on, yeah?
You're doing 30 minutes at the moment, or
I'm doing
45 with prep.
30 minutes for now.
Is it like zone 2, easy pace?
Yeah, zone 2.
Basically just moving.
Yeah.
Just moving, heart rate at what, 110?
110.
110?
Yeah, 110.
That's easy, yeah? Boring?
No, I'm happy. I'm happy, bro. I still remember that session in Birmingham. Where? No, Glasgow, was it? Before New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, bro. I remember I landed and I had to get it done and I had to train legs. I can't plan my workouts any other way around. I can't. So I landed. It was New Year's Eve before. It's just I landed and I just went out straight away and I was living on C4. Oh man.
Living on a C4. Okay.
Man,
it's way worse than coffee.
Yeah.
And you had to do the cardio session.
Yeah.
For like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Still zone 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So not like higher intensity or anything.
No, high intensity will be on rest day. On rest day.
Okay. That doesn't fit me. How is it a rest day when it's high intensity?
It's like active rest.
Yeah. Okay. So no gym, just cardio for that day. That's it. Okay.
And that's on all your rest days or only one of them?
2 rest days. Both of them.
And both of them have the cardio.
Yeah.
Okay.
45 minutes.
So basically, you get when you were saying like you have 3 days on, 1 off, 2 days on, 1 off.
Yeah.
The days off are actually you still do cardio there.
Yeah.
And the intense cardio.
Yeah.
And there is like intervals or what kind?
Yeah. Like I can't, man. You know, I'm weak. Okay, I'm weak. I can't do like that. I cannot. So the best I could was like, I think it's like, what's the speed limit? Was it like 10, 12, something like that? And it's not inclined.
And what you do it on?
I just run.
Oh, jogging. Oh, this is jogging. Like, yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure what you're showing. Because,
no like, jogging.
Is it skiing or?
No, like 10 to 12. Like I tried my best to run as fast as I can for like 5 minutes and then take, I think, 1 minute off and then do again. Mm-hmm. Like that.
Sam is laughing because he's like a running prodigy.
Yeah.
Our walk is sprint.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
The rest
and so basically, okay, so let's say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's not like you train. You actually train 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Like cardio, then gym, and then maybe another cardio.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that's different from saying I train. Like, that's like a pretty intense, right? Because you need to spend what it is at least 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Just dedicated just to the training.
Yeah.
Shit, with all the flying and
imagine,
oh my god,
bro.
I don't want to.
And then also like trying to put as much effort as you can into our relationship and being trying to make an effort with each other so that we're both happy. Mm-hmm.
Like you burn out. You know, like the time we value our time on a couch so much.
Yeah.
Well, you mean athletes, that 5 minutes a week?
Yeah, just to be able to sit down, cup of coffee or black coffee, whatever, and just watch an episode of a program that we're watching and just chill, cuddle. Man, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Because so valued. Yeah.
Yeah, like the last month and a half, because she had a vacation home and then her job's been so crazy. Like this week and a couple 2 or 3 days last week, we actually managed to get a bit of time together. So when we get this time together, it's like, we don't want to do anything else. I just want to be indoors. We just want to chill.
And
and
reproduce.
No, we make money, we make gains, not babies.
So that sounds like an OnlyFans motto, you know what you just said.
Yeah, we should do, I think. Make some money. You quit your job then. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed. We're looking to maybe this year start our own fitness clothing brand. So
clothing,
yeah. So bring some probably gonna call it Suave Active. Mm-hmm. If we go with that, maybe.
Well, you kind of have experience in that, right?
Yeah, so I got Suave, the gi company already. So she's always like got different outfits. She loves matching her outfits up, creating her outfits for the gym. So it just makes sense to be into that industry, I think. And
so put that her creativity and you are one foot in the industry already.
We got the logistics.
Yeah,
she has the creative side. Also, she's very involved in that industry. She knows plenty of people in the industry. Like, and I like the gym. I wear gym clothes, so we're gonna aim to try and do men, women's active wear. So
nice.
Hopefully, some point this year.
Cool. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
Let's go back to your nutrition.
Okay.
Let's say you go towards the cutting. What changes? Do you change the composition?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But also the amount you eat.
Yeah.
What is the amount of food you feel comfortable eating?
Depends what it is.
Because when you say that 2,000 calories is a lot,
yeah.
like what is like, because then I imagine the closer it goes to competition, you don't feel comfortable because you're not eating too much, right? You're more on the restricted side.
Yeah.
So where is that like golden amount in the center? What that would be?
It's quite hard to say because some days your active level is different. So we have like a Google sheet or something that I need to fill in every day, and then like every week I need to send my coach. So one of the things I need to put down is the level of hunger. So each day I don't have the same. So I don't really have the same, like closer to the show when I'm on prep, of course, like 8, 9, or from 1 to 10. 10 is like you can eat your own toenails. So yeah, some days I could put 10 easy. Like right now it's 6. It's to the point that I feel like I lost my appetite. It's just like I don't love food anymore, and it's just I'm trying to eat. But I just think it's just because my time management is not good, because I need to stuff before bed.
This is what
I need to change this. Yeah,
I think like but it's hard with your job, right? Because a lot of the time when you are back in Dubai, you're trying to catch up with your sleep.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh right, I'm just going to sleep into 11:30 because I'm lazy. It's like your body needs to sleep that long to start recovering.
Yeah.
But if she could get up a bit earlier, do the cardio, eat a meal earlier, then she's got more time during the day to eat the rest. She's not. But sometimes, like, because the time management's so hard, I'll get home from work maybe 9, and we've still both got 2 full meals to eat before we go to bed. Mm-hmm. So, like, I'll get in, we'll eat straight away.
So basically, you have so much food to fill in a short amount of time. You're awake because you're catching up on the sleep.
Yeah. This is the challenge of the job. Yeah, I would say. Like sometimes, most of the times now, 10:30, I combine. I'm still have like 2 meals in one plate, trying to stuff my face.
And you just need to stuff it in, yeah?
Yeah.
And this is what I found when she was helping me when I first started to try and grow muscle and bulk, is that I thought, I'm just going to eat loads of food, lift some weights, easy. I'm going to love this. And it was like, how hard was it for me to like eat?
You still cannot do 5 meals a day, bro.
Did you eat so much that you puked after?
No.
Oh, yeah, you didn't try hard enough. Yeah.
Oh my good Lord.
No, but like I actually found it a lot more difficult than I thought to eat enough food to want to be like growing. I was thought it's going to be easy. What's hard about eating loads of food?
I had this conversation with my friend who was losing for an MMA fight, and he was like, "If people think losing's hard, try gaining.
Yeah.
Try purposefully gaining weight. But I mean not weight, mass.
Gaining in the
gaining
right way.
weight is very different.
Yeah, because that's what we was trying to do, right? I can get to 66, 67 kg, no problem, like pretty quick. But I'm going to be a fat, soft mess. But if I want to
slow,
if I want to perform and look how I want to look, then you have to do it the right way, and it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes 2,000 calories is good for me. So some days it's not. It's not enough. I still feel peckish.
Okay.
Some days it's too much. I feel sick. Yeah.
But yeah, like your regime has definitely a lot to do with that. When you always catching up with the sleep. Also when you fly, right? Like you can stuff yourself before, but once you're on the job,
you
probably can't really.
You can't eat while you. Yeah. And this job it doesn't make it any easier because I work. I'm serving food.
Yeah.
I work around food, and food in business class looks good. No.
Even though she always tells me don't eat plain food.
Yeah, but it's. I haven't tried. What is it? Hot meals in business class. I haven't.
Oh.
Not a single
but
one.
Everyone always says don't eat plain food. Don't eat plain food. Then you go on a plane, everyone eats plain food.
Because it's paid for.
You're
not leaving it there.
It's edible, right? It's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, I usually I'm trying to avoid complex carbs as much as possible. So like my carbs are.
It doesn't work for you.
It doesn't. Like I don't feel good after it, and I sometimes even have like a skin reaction or something. So I'm just trying to avoid this as much as possible. So if I eat something even in a plane or something, I just pick I will eat the butter you get with it, I'll just have that. I don't mind that, just butter like that with the little cheese, a sandwich, butter and cheese with the meat, done, That's it.
Don't eat the rice.
Don't eat the rice, no rice.
What carbs do you like to eat?
No, fruit.
Just fruit.
Fruit and fruit juices.
Okay.
Yeah,
So no sweet potato, no sweet potato, nothing.
No sweet potato, no potatoes, no rice, no pasta, no bread, nothing.
Wow, no, I couldn't do that.
But I found out I was on a keto like 10 years ago, roughly. Yeah, 10 years ago I started keto. I was on a keto for almost 2 years.
Damn.
No cheat meal. The only thing that I kind of I was just I don't have any emotional connection with any food. Like if you tell me this is good for me and it doesn't smell or taste like shit, I will take it, like regardless. Like I have every day I have scrambled eggs, and not like a little bit. Like sometimes I have like 15, sometimes I have 20. Not at one sitting. It's like spread into usually two sessions, but like that. I don't mind eating the same thing over and over. I'm completely fine with that. Like no problem at all. And I don't know if I like caused it because of that keto experience. I did it as an experiment at first, if I'll be able to make it. And I just started to feel so good. Like my productivity, I was
really?
Super focused, super sharp in mind. You don't have the crashes. Because the insulin is very stable overall, And the only thing then I started to add, and that's pretty much what I do right now, is that around training, I will have the fruit. I will have like raisins, just like dried grapes, handful, send it there, train. Drinking some juice during and after training for a hydration and carb replenishment. That's it. That's all my carbs.
Okay.
I don't feel, because I did like over time after the keto with also Timea, because Timea is a bread addict. Like she needs to have some bread all the time, or like every day a little bit. She doesn't need to have a lot, but all the time a little bit. And I was like, okay, well, sourdough bread, that's not bad, So I was having that, and it was like, some, alternative to pasta. So it wasn't like original pasta, but some like from peas or this lentil pasta. And I was having that. I just didn't feel good. I was like, I felt heavy. I felt tired. I felt like napping all the time. I was like, nah. Meat, carbs, done,
Oh, wow.
So that's it. So that's why also gaining is not that easy.
I've never actually tried any type of diet. Just eat what I eat.
I wouldn't even call it a diet because I don't feel like I'm dieting. It's just
a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's like if you go to the original meaning of word diet, which means the style of eating, then yes, it's diet. But I don't feel restricted because I do it by choice.
Yeah, that's how I see the way that we do it. Like, I don't see like I'm restricting myself or I'm on a diet. Just what I eat every day. Yeah. It's just not what most people eat every day. We're just consistent with it. Like, I don't do anything crazy. Just eat pretty clean. I still have treats. We still enjoy ourselves when we can. Like, but the majority of the time we're strict and consistent with it. And I think that's what pays off in the long run.
I think, and I think you can relate and add to this as much as I can from the experience. Like, when you have something what other people would call a diet, some, let's say, objectively restricted, that you avoiding certain foods or whatever, like, people always think that it's boring, it doesn't taste good, or
how'd you do that?
Like, I go out, I will have a burger, just not with the bun. I will have a steak, I'll just not have potatoes.
Yeah.
You know, I still like burger, which I will just ask them do it in the lettuce wrap instead of the bun.
Yeah.
Add more cheese, you know, and I have everything I need.
Yeah.
And if somebody will tell me like that's restricting myself, like, oh, come on. You know, like, who needs the bun?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want the bun, have the bun. If not, don't.
Exactly. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and I don't see it as like cheat meals. We go out and we have a treat, or I'm not cheating my diet. I'm not cheating.
Yeah, like
if I want to go out, have a burger, fries, drink a beer, whatever, like I'll do that. I just won't excess.
I find it this very good point. That I find it very tricky for people who, for example, struggle to lose weight. Some of our clients, maybe your clients as well, right? Like, people who really, really want to lose weight because they are already overweight, their metabolism just works differently. They are already, the hormones, the nervous system, it's different. It's already not healthy. That's why they have the excess fat, and that's why they are obese or overweight. Yeah. For them, one cheat meal, if we call it cheat meal, it can destroy their diet. For us, I can do it for a week and nothing will happen because my metabolism is overall kicked in, very healthy, very tuned in, and it's not going to mess it up. You know, it's like one bad meal is not going to ruin your diet. Well, it depends who you are and what that one meal will lead into.
Yeah.
You know, like if it will mentally destroy you, it's like, why am I even doing this? This
is what my nutritionist used to say. It's like, if you're eating clean, you have one bad meal, as long as you go back to the plan, it's not going to make your body change. And then the same the other way around. If you're eating bad all the time and then I have one salad, it's like, it's not going to magically like sort your diet and your appearance and lose weight. If you go back to having, you've got to be consistent with it. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like, where is your baseline? Is your baseline being healthy, metabolically healthy, active, you know, and giving the energy, or you just like struggling every single time, you know? I used to say this a lot when people are like, hey, you don't feel like having a cheat meal. It's like, first of all, like, cheating on what? Like, on myself, you know, like that's very stupid, you know? And second of all, when I decide I want to eat certain way, I decide once, like that day when I decide. And then it's not matter of every single meal I'm sitting and contemplating, like, is it a good decision? You know, or like, oh shit, like, I'm not making the decision again and again and again. I just made it once, and this is what I do, and this is what I follow. You know, like that form of self-discipline that, okay, well, it doesn't mean you have to do it for the rest of your life, but set some reasonable time frame, like 6 months, not 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, you'll not see any change in anything, you know? So like, set some reasonable time frame, like, this is what I do, and that's it. I decided once, and I will get back to it in 6 months, where I will reconsider, did it give me the result I wanted, and so on. So it doesn't need to be 6 months. It can be 2 months. Yeah. But it should be a little bit more than just trying something fancy couple of days and then slipping off straight away.
Yeah.
When you have the cutting part, how progressively does it go down? What are the calorie restrictions? What are the carb restrictions? Can you just explain that?
No, so actually, like my coach would give me like what do I need to eat the first meal, second meal, third, fourth, fifth, and that's it. And I follow. I don't eat anything else. Like I don't eat even one more piece of watermelon. Yes, that's pretty much.
But what would that get you, like calorie-wise, right before competition? Like now you're 2000. Okay. What will be a week before competition?
Okay, so
or 2 weeks before competition?
I would say like since I started with him, I was something about 1,600. What's it? 1,600, right? Yeah. And that is just it stays the same right until a week before, and then like I flew into Singapore, and then what we had was like we don't eat a lot of vegetables. I don't eat a lot of vegetables now because and then we switched to white fish, and then little bit of rice cakes,
because it's a lean protein. That's why.
Yeah, and we want to make the stomach as easy as possible. Like keep it easy. No nuts. Yeah, if I remember correctly, just rice cakes, not a lot of vegetables, some berries, some white fish. Yeah, that's it.
So how many carbs a day you would have at this point, roughly?
I would say something about, I said now it's 200, right? I think at that time was something about 100.
Okay.
Yeah, because if I remember rightly, that you was telling me is that you don't completely deplete for the show, right?
Oh, correct.
It's not like so like fighting, MMA, jiu-jitsu, we will manipulate the water and we will go to the lowest point possible, make weight, then rehydrate.
Yeah.
That's not the goal for you, right? They need to keep a certain level of
functionality.
No, how would you? So you're not too dry, right?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So that can be a negative aspect as well. Yeah.
If it's too dry, no, you yeah. So like we still like have.
How can you tell? Like I have a little bit hard time visualizing. Like what would a too dry person look like?
Like so you will see a lot of veins.
Super dehydrated.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of veins. Then like you see the muscle like every
Fiber.
yeah.
So the skin is like paper.
Yeah. That's not big. No.
So that's not the goal.
That's
not that far.
No. Yeah.
So you can still okay. What would you say is the toughest in all this prep? Like, for you personally, yeah. Of course, the sleeping and all that is not really making it easier, but is it harder for you to follow the diet or to put the effort in the trainings in when you're tired?
No, that's not as difficult as having to go a long time without food. Because like once you get on board, once you start working, sometimes the main service can last 2.5 hours or 3 hours if it's like a very busy full flight, and you can't really like eat. Like let's say like if I eat before I leave home, then I come to the briefing room and from there to take off to finish the first service, it could be easy 5-6 hours without food.
Okay.
And when you're that deep in the prep, man, you your hunger level,
food,
your hunger level is 11. You know,
from 1 to 5, but
what I was doing was just drinking water, especially when you're working around food. That's the most important, difficult part for me, that I can't eat because I have to work and food is just right there. Yeah.
It was tough to watch some.
Yeah.
It's hard to see how much it was taken out of her, affecting her emotionally, mentally. But man, she pushed through it all, and then went and performed better than she's ever performed.
Yeah, it was great.
What kept you really motivated? Because you said it was 7 months instead of 4, and it was like there was this bigger push. Yeah. What kept you motivated to not just say like, okay, fuck it, I tried, the competition didn't happen, but I was in a certain form. Let's just restart and focus on the next competition, because that could be an option as well, right? Like the competition didn't happen in November.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, fuck it, from December I just, restart as if the competition would happen, and then I focused on the next year's season. Like, why did you decide it, and what kept you going, even you knew like it's really pushing the limit?
Because we know that there's gonna be a lot of shows that we can do also in because Noah said there's gonna be some in February. He said definitely it's gonna be some in Singapore in February, and there might be some in January and this time of the year. So we know it's just like this amount of time left. So I wasn't motivated. No,
put so much time and effort and
but
discipline into that up to that point already, like.
Yeah. So it's only discipline. Sometimes it's autopilot, man. Like you wake up, you eat what you have to eat, you do what you have to do. That's it. You continue with your day. It's discipline really. Like you just make it done, get it done with, But like when I say get it done with, it means like just eat what you have to eat, and that's it. Don't think about it. Like, of course, like you're hungry, but just drink water, just get it done, just eat it. And then, but when you get to the training, like I really enjoy my training, it's just like you switch off and then you focus on it. You really focus on the training. Yeah. And then just do it. Yeah.
When you do, you said the training doesn't really change across the bulking and cutting season. Yeah. It's pretty much staying similar.
Yeah.
Maybe you're adding the extra cardio, right? You were saying.
For prep, yeah.
For prep, yeah.
So what does your training look like? Not in a meaning, I'm pretty sure that you have the split, right? Like you do legs, then you do back and shoulders, whatever the combos are. What is your like rep and set scheme?
So I do two legs days in a week, 2 shoulders and 1 back. Mm-hmm. So I do three sets. So before every exercise, I warm up. So it doesn't mean like 15 minutes I warm up and then first exercise set on working set. No. So before I start my first exercise, I will do, let's say on lower day. My first exercise is hip thrust. I will spend 15 minutes doing from 20 each side. I do with Smith 20
60 kilos.
20. What is it?
Yeah, 60
to 20
the bars 20. Yeah.
No. But if it's a Smith machine, is it still 20? No. So light.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't think it's very light. If it was with only the Smith, it's definitely not 20 kg.
Okay, let's say 2 plates each side.
Yeah, 20.
Oh, 20 kilos each side.
Yeah, so I will build that up until I reach 75 each side. So before...
What are you doing hip thrust with?
Smith machine.
No, but what weights are you using when you're like building up to 75 each side?
Oh, so I put 20 and then 30 and then 40, 50, 60 each side. And then I start doing like 15 reps. The heavier, the less reps.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
And So the working sets, would they be?
So it would be, sometimes it's 2+1, meaning two heavy sets. So it will be 8 to 12 reps.
8 to 12, okay.
And then the third will be 12 to 15 reps.
Mm-hmm.
So
deload a little bit. Yeah, so you decrease the weight and then you do the last set.
So 3 sets, 3 working sets every exercise.
Okay.
So after that's done, and then next one, it could be like Smith machine deadlift with Smith sumo. Yeah. So then again, I will build it up from 10 and then 3 working sets.
Okay.
Yeah. Things like that. Sometimes it's like 3 sets of 8 to 12. Sometimes it's 2+1.
Does your coach give you the weights?
No.
Or he only gives you the range
Yeah.
and the weight is up to you?
Yeah.
And you basically go till max?
Yeah.
Like
And
would you say till failure or like 1 rep before that?
no, to failure.
Till failure, yeah.
But then like failure for me is not really failure.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
No, because failure, it means you can't even complete the rep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I still like do maybe like until like my last 2 reps, my form is a little bit compromised.
Okay. So there's still kind of buffer before absolute failure.
Yeah, the reason why is I'm afraid to get injured.
Well, I'm not blaming you. I'm just asking how you do it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, because it also depends on the exercise, right? When it's like...
if you haven't got anyone to spot some exercises, you can't go to failure, right?
Sorry?
If you haven't got anyone to spot you,
yeah, for
then
sure.
some exercises you can't do to failure because I'm going to have a bar on my neck.
Yeah. Bench until failure. Not a good idea. When there's nobody around.
Oh my good Lord.
Yeah.
Some exercise only 2, like biceps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2, 15 to 20, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. And so your training session is usually 1.5 hours? 1 to 1.5?
Shoulders 1 hour, back is 1.5 to 1:45, and legs is 2.5 hours minimum.
2.5 hours minimum?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
2.5 to 3 hours. Yeah, legs.
Because you were saying that you are trying to manipulate your week around the leg days, so you can do the leg days in Dubai.
Yeah.
Do you have a minimum number of rest days between 2 leg days?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
At least 2 days?
At least 2 days,
At least 2 days.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, so, but sometimes if you fly a shit lot, you can't do anything about it. You have to, I hate training legs outstation. I hate it. Yeah, just some amount of gym gears you need to carry. Like belt or ankle straps, chalk, what else? A lot of shit, man.
Lots of shit. When you go to, what kind of special equipment would you need for your leg day? Because you said not every gym, definitely not hotel gyms, have it.
Yeah.
So like, what do you need? You need Smith machine for hip thrusts, leg press?
No, I don't do leg press.
No?
So I do Smith machine. Smith machine is very important for legs, I think. Yeah, because a lot of exercise I do with Smith. Yeah, and then the abduction machine, abductor. Yeah, that one. And cables for kickbacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you try or would you do the hip thrusts, for example, with a barbell? Not in the Smith machine, just like empty spaced barbell? Do you do that often?
Yeah,
also?
I do that too if there is no Smith. What can you do, man? Yeah. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
Why?
Because with Smith, if you try, it's gonna give you stability.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so easy for you to set up, and then like it's safer as well. Like when you...
Well, that's for sure, because it's fixed, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But with the bar only, it's like the first thrust it will take away so much of your power already. Yeah. But with the Smith, I started from the top.
Okay, so you would also go lower weight then, probably on the barbell than you do on the Smith, just because you just can't reach the same, yeah?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Cool.
And another challenging thing for me also is the work. Like, so the airline open for, so we have 30 days leave a year. How it works is that every 6 months, they're going to open a request for you to request for leave, 15 days per 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to plan, like, okay, if your cousin is going to get married somewhere, you need to, like, I don't know, visualize it. It's going to be that day.
So you need to predict that it will happen.
That he will have a baby shower that day. You have to predict it, man. So this is also like another thing that even though you apply for your leave from, let's say, November from 16th to 25th for 2 shows in the India and Japan, you don't know if you're gonna get it or not. So if I don't get it, then
life leave.
Life leave.
Can you get like a unpaid leave?
No, it's not applicable anymore now because COVID is not a thing anymore.
They have a thing called life leave.
Yeah, life leave is you can apply 7 days in advance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that means, or like what purposes is this for?
So if you want next weekend off, you can apply 7 days before that, and you'll find out the day before.
If you get it.
If you did it. So if you've got flights for that weekend, so say like I'm competing next weekend, she had a flight, she wanted the 2 days off. So she applies now, and then she'll find out the day before whether she gets it off or not. So you can imagine if she wants to go to Japan to do a show.
Yeah, and if that happen, so I have to prepare, have to do the water manipulation, everything.
And then they refuse.
Yeah. Jackpot.
That happened?
No,
but that is a high possibility.
Yeah, because we're short of staff right now.
I just think in that situation, if she couldn't confirm it before she started prep, we wouldn't prep for a show hoping.
Yeah.
We're just going to pick a show that we know that she can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense because there's so much into it. And it's literally like that weekend or day specifically dependent, right? Like you're not going to, it's like, oh, never mind, next week.
Yeah, no, it's not easy with the job that she's got.
It's not easy.
But you're managing well, guys.
It's all her, bro.
Oh, thank you.
It's all her. Well done, babe.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Proud of you.
No, this guy, he always go to Lulu and also Weimar to get me kimchi. And he cooks me vegetables. He does a lot of things.
We're a team. I only do what you do for me.
Laundry, everything.
How old are you now?
I was going to 25.
Oh my God.
30.
You're 30?
Yeah.
Okay. Why you said 25? Okay, so you're 30. How long do you think you will be pushing this? Or do you have certain plan, like, okay, maybe 2 more shows or 3 more shows, or you don't have a cap on that?
No, I don't. I think to some extent, I think like if I don't start taking drugs, I can't grow muscles to be big or like to, I think it's the same with age. I think like after 40 is going to be challenging. So
you're looking like, what, 10 more years?
we actually spoke about this recently. We don't get this part of our life back, right? So she needs to make the most of, even how difficult it is, the challenges that she has. Like some days I don't want to go to the gym. I just want to sit indoors like most people, just order food, watch TV,
go to the beach.
But that's not what we do. We decided to be athletes. This is a life that we live.
Yeah.
And while we're in the prime of our physical health, then we're not going to get this time back. So once we get past this stage and you can't compete anymore, I can't compete to the highest level at jiu-jitsu anymore. Like you're going to wish, oh man, I wish 10 years ago I just made an effort to do as much as I could while I still could. Exactly. So I said to her, it's just do what you can now. We've got the rest of our lives to sit on the beach, get fat, eat as much cake and tiramisu. And,
I don't see you getting fat. Even you will stop. But I mean, like with jiu-jitsu, come on, like you can compete until you are 80 if you want, right? Like,
but I can compete at like Masters 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until my body don't let me anymore. But to fight with the best guys, like now, even though I'm Masters 2, if I want, I'm still physically able and young enough to fight adults. Mm-hmm. Like some of these kids are so good nowadays, and they're young, they've got no body aches, they've got no injuries, they just live jiu-jitsu, train jiu-jitsu, they don't work. 5, they don't work, they just professionally train and compete. So to keep up with these guys is very difficult, but I'm still in a position where if I choose to, I can try anyway. Give me another 5 years, that's probably not going to be the case. I'm going to have to compete against other old men.
But it's still your category.
At
that point, it's still I think like an equal match. Let's say.
I think for both of us, even if we weren't competing, I think just being healthy, fit, gym is a lifestyle for us.
Yeah.
Like even we've got nothing to train for, we enjoy going to the gym, like working out together, and then looking good together. So I think it's always going to be something that we do our whole life. We're still going to be ripped when we're 60, 70.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, me doubt it. Oh, Lord.
But we just enjoy life a little bit more as we get older. And
you reminded me one conversation I had a couple of days. One guy, I think he's like 24, and he told me, I wish I've started earlier. I was like, look, like I get it. Yes, there are people who start at 10. There are people who start at 15. But don't look back. Just look at what you have right now.
Yeah.
Okay. In 10 years, you can tell yourself, I wish I started earlier.
Yeah.
Or you can tell yourself like, fuck yeah, I'm so happy that I really started 10 years ago. You still just look at, you're not going to get better by not doing it. And looking at that, this guy's 4 years younger and he's already so much ahead of me or whatever. Like, so what? Everybody has a different timeline. Everybody has a different priority. Everybody has a different skill and things they learn along their path. Yeah. So just looking at that one aspect of that person, like, that's not how it works.
Yeah. That's what we emphasize to the students is like, don't compare yourself with anybody else. Just compare yourself to yourself. Try to be a better version of you. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Some people train as hobbyists. Some people train to be world champions. You can't compare yourself. Just do you, put the time and effort in, and you'll be better.
Cool. I would finish with this.
Yeah.
With these wise words. Is there anything you want to add?
I'm not sure if I'm that wise, bro.
Look, for somebody, it might be something they needed to hear.
Yeah.
And that's what matters, right? Might hit right the spot because they are in a situation of needing this.
If somebody does take that from it, I'm happy.
There you go. Anything you want to add to the end?
Good, thank you.
You're good. Okay. Sam, all good?
No, all
or
good.
You want to add something?
No, we just share your coach's Instagram and stuff so that people can know who's helping this one become international superstar.
I will tag it. I will put it into episode description.
And then when she wins in India and Japan end of the year, maybe we'll come back on and
for sure.
Lord.
And she can tell you all about that.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So now you have even more pressure. So New Year's Eve episode about the summary.
She'll be fine, bro. She don't get New Year's either. Yeah, she's been last 2 you've had to work, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then somewhere around there. Yeah. Cool, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.